What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Slope Podcast. You know what it is, your weekly podcast on the Sakamichi series idol groups. That's going to be Nogizaka46, Sakurazaka46, and Hinatansai in Season 5, Episode 21. This week we got some updates on some photo book news, as well as some Blu-ray releases, and some new single release news coming out from Nogizaka46. But before we get to all that, I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jimmy, aka Jimmy Tweets, and I'm joined as always by my friend and my fellow host. We have Josh, Mr. Josh Box.
Hello and welcome back to the Slope Podcast. How are you, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm doing great, Mr. Box. How are you, dude?
It's great to hear, Jimmy. I am doing swell.
I don't know why we're doing this. Why are we talking like this? I'm confused. I'm a little bit confused.
What's up,
But
Jimmy? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Had a nice kind of chill weekend at home this last weekend. I like made it a point to like make zero plans this weekend, right? I was like, I want to just veg out. And I did just that. I got to spend some quality time in our Discord over the weekend.
Oh no, I saw what happened.
Some very interesting conversations, but I feel like we bonded. I feel like me and Discord bonded, dude.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
that's what
bonded
matters, dude.
degeneracy.
Yeah. There was it was late at night. I was feeling the
I
type
don't
of
know.
way.
There was a moment where
Discord was
people were
feeling the
taking
type of way.
pictures and posting it on there. I was like, what is going on here? Why are we doing this? Why are people spending like an hour finding the right angles?
It was fun. It was fun. But yeah, dude, this is my plug. If you guys are on YouTube watching this and you haven't already joined the Discord and you want to, if you're like, hey, dude, podcast every Tuesdays, that's cool. I just wish I had more Josh Box in my life. I wish I just had a little bit more of the box. Head on over to our Discord, dude. I'd say we're all fairly active on there. I mean,
I at least read through most of it, so
yeah. Even if it's not always gonna be like this last weekend when things popped off, dude. I feel like we think we're pretty responsive to our Discord. It's a good chance to hang out. It's yeah, I don't know. It's a very comfy place. I enjoy it. I think
yeah.
um it's almost worth having it, knowing that it completely destroyed our YouTube comment section.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Because I know we've had some meetings where we're like, should we just get rid of the Discord so people are forced to comment on the YouTube videos again?
That conversation has come up, I will admit.
But no, it's fun. I think it's like a level of engagement that is very fun. It's a thing I hear all the time that like people, a lot of idol fans, you don't really have other idol fans to talk with.
Yeah.
I know for me, I definitely struggle with injecting myself into online communities. So I was never super active on Stage 48, for example, right? No hate to Stage, that will, we all need our cesspools, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say all that.
but yeah, I was just never active in the forums. Like,
Uh-huh.
I just couldn't. I always felt it was kind of hard, right? Whereas like in
Mhm.
person, I feel like I was able to make idol friends really easily once I joined SoulCal
Yeah.
48. But like the Discord, I feel has been very nice. It's a very welcoming place for people. You're gonna get whatever you put in. If you're pretty
Oh,
active
yeah.
and you chat a lot in Discord, I think there's always gonna be people who respond, who continue your
Mhm.
conversations and keep things going. But if you're just kind of there lurking, then obviously you might not get as much out of it. But
Yeah.
you know,
And I think anyone can, like, jump into the conversation, like, at this point where people are in the Discord, it's like, if you jump in, people will just, like, respond to you and, like, they'll be open to
Mhm.
it. Like, just because. it might seem like a little circly. Like jump in anytime. This is like it's all open, and I'm sure the rest of the people would accept you and like just join you in the conversation as long as you
Yeah, yeah.
participate.
Well, because like I mean that's kind. I mean, obviously it's a little bit different. Like I'm an admin in the Discord, so obviously like me jumping into a random conversation might have like a different vibe than just a complete stranger would. But that's kind of how I am. I like especially prior to this weekend, I was never really one of those people that were in our Discord all the time. You know, I would like pop in here and there. Like if someone tagged me in
Yeah,
something, I'd be like, oh, reaction, you know, and
they
then
sure
I'd
tag
move
you
on
and
with my
stuff.
yeah, yeah. They sure do. But but then, you know, this weekend, you know, people were talking and I was just bored, so I just responded and no one was like, "The fuck get out of our conversation." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So,
Hmm.
I think if anybody is watching this on YouTube and you want a community of people that you can kind of enjoy banter with, obviously talk about idols, but you know, even other stuff. We have a general chat that goes on. Our
Goes off
Sakamichi
the
chat.
rails.
Our Sakamichi chat went way off Sakamichi, you know, but like that's just how it would be, you know. But
It's
it's
just
fun.
open
It's
conversation, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Whatever leads to you know that's like a part of life where like sometimes conversations go one way, sometimes they go a different way, and it's like I mean as long as the general rule is there and it eventually comes back to it, it's fine.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we'll start talking about like I don't know what else, like what we ate that day, and then it'll just like diverge, and then eventually someone else will be like, "Hey, do you guys listen to the new
Yeah.
Nogizaka song yet?" And it's
And
like,
then they
"Oh
start talking about
yeah, we
that.
did.
Yeah.
The song's a
Yeah.
banger. Hell yeah, dude."
Uh-huh.
You know. But yeah, that's this has been my long-winded way of plugging the Discord. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, genuinely, I was having a lot of fun this last weekend. You know, I got to kind of recharge my social batteries by not going out, but then also
Mhm.
not like wallow in like depression either because like, you know, I see something funny in the Discord, chuckle,
Mhm.
type something back, you know. Had
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
laying on my tummy in my bed with my feet kicked
Yeah,
up
feet up,
behind me,
yeah.
dude. But how have you been, Mr. Box?
I've been good. Been busy working, but over the weekend, Boy and I, as you might remember,
Mm.
uh we went to Rising Japan Music Fest and we
Oh
saw
yeah.
Kawago Hina, a ex Nogizaka46 member. I recorded a little snippet of her performing. She performed 3 songs, and one of the songs was like a collab of a cover of I will what's the name of the song? Boy knows. Boys in chat. But yeah, went First Love. There we go. It was First Love.
Oh,
So she,
Utada Hikaru, dude.
uh,
How do you, Mr.
I don't know.
Box?
I know the
Miss.
melody. I forgot the name. Uh, yeah, she did her debut song that she's gonna debut with later on this year. So it was pretty
Mm,
cool seeing that a little early. And yeah, Kawago did well. There wasn't that much of a turnout, I will admit, but still nonetheless, I mean, I was right there up against the railing. That's where I recorded that video.
dope. Yeah, dude, you're freaking close. This looks like a Blu-ray DVD content, dude.
But yeah, she was there, performed, and funny because she did her third song. She's like, "All right, that's all my songs. Bye." She just walked out.
Damn, dude.
uh,
I'm sad you didn't hit her up for the exclusive interview, dude.
I mean, she was like walking by like around the festival, and like she walked next to me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Kawago," and she's like, "Oh, hey," and like as we walked by, but she was talking to staff, so I wasn't gonna be like, "Oh, well, actually," yeah,
Chat. A lot of people in the Twitch chat right now are commenting that Kawago looks very cute. We got some Kawago glow up comments, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
This is a conversation that usually comes up of like when you see like members of a group individually, you're like, "Oh, wow, they're like super cute." But then like when they're in a group, it's like there's so many faces that like it could get kind of lost. But like,
mm, I hmm.
yes to me.
I'm not sure if it's just that though. I think I think Kawago just genuinely had a glow up.
I mean,
I
that's true.
think
That's
that
true.
I think the hair, like like super bleached hair,
Hmm.
is definitely a good look on her, and I think like the style is a good look on her, and then her makeup is very.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
suits her. I think it suits her. I think this image suits her better than probably the Nogizaka image.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
for
And
sure.
so I feel like that's probably what it is. You know, it's like it wasn't so much like she was surrounded by other people, but it was like Nogizaka styling nerfed her. You know,
I could see that. Yeah, for sure.
mm,
Yeah,
but
but yeah, it was great seeing her. She was snooping my Instagram stories for like 3 days, so I was like, "What's going on?" But yeah, I think it was a cool performance.
boy
Cool
said
to
it
see him
was
in person.
similar to the Japan Expo, the LA Japan Expo
Oh,
where we saw Chiki Parade.
uh-huh,
Right, where it was like maybe like less than a dozen people that actually knew any of the performing artists, and then
uh-huh.
everybody else just kind of casually walking by, like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Those were the vibes. Yeah, those were the vibes. There's one guy who's
Yeah.
like, "Come on, go!" Just yelling out.
Should have been you. What do you mean?
I was busy recording the video.
Should have started
See
requesting.
when she started.
New girls rule. New girls rule.
I was like, okay, I'll record like like two of the videos. I'll watch one. I'll like post the Instagram story of one, and then I was like, and then I'll watch the rest of the performance. Third one, she's like, all right, bye. I was like, wait, that's it?
That's funny.
How was the
Uh,
kakigori? Yeah, it's funny because so me and Boy got kakigori, and then Boy got his first, and I was like, all right, go find a seat. I'll pick up mine right now. I come back to the table. I'm like, I see like half of his kakigori on the table. And I'm like,
no,
what happened? He's like, he's like,
no.
he's like, I was just eating it, and then it fell. And then I was like, oh no, you hate to see it happen. I sit down, I start eating. As I take like my fifth spoonful, it slips on the table. I'm like, just badly designed cups.
There's also like there's a technique I feel like is very important to kakigori. All right. Like, okay, first of all, anytime you're getting kakigori, especially if it's in a little tiny cup and it's a giant fucking ice thing on
Mm-hmm.
top, they need to give it to you in a tray. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have some spillage no matter how good you are. And
Mm-hmm.
so if it's in the tray, then it's still good. You can just like, okay, cool. Just it's a clean
Mm-hmm.
tray,
Mm-hmm.
right? As I say, you kind of like if this is like the shape, right?
Uh-huh.
You gotta kind of cup down, kind of start eating down from the sides a little bit. So then
Mm.
eventually you have a tower in the shape of the bowl.
That's what I was trying to do, Jimmy. But
Mm.
I go like this. It starts
And
wiggling,
just
falls down.
mm.
It like just fell off. You know.
Yeah, maybe it's the quality of the ice, dude. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know,
not giving you
it
enough
was
of
like a
a.
small little plastic, like super cheap cup. It had like
Mhm.
little ridges on the sides to like hold
Yeah,
it in there. But I think that's just made more surface area for it to slip on.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of I'm curious if how I would do. I believe you only because if it was just you, I would be clowning you right now. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
damn, Josh, you suck. But it was both you and boy, so I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
there's but I'm curious as like an avid kakigori fan
There
myself.
was a lot of stains on the table from what looked like strawberry
So
kakigori.
it's been spilling. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that's got to be more about the ice.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it
Because
wasn't
it's
fine
like
enough?
it's either it's not fine enough, or like the ratio to whatever flavoring to ice. You know what I mean?
Mm. Like it's too heavy?
Could be, yeah.
Mm.
It's too heavy for the kind of ice, but I don't know. I could be wrong. You know, I
Jimmy
didn't
could have
get to
been there.
taste.
Also got his
Yeah, I
eyes
could.
slipped.
I know. I'm gonna like talk a mean game. I'm like, bro,
I
I
know,
eat
right?
kakigori like once a week, bro. This is my shit. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that was my weekend.
Cool. For once, Mr. Box was the one who went out and had fun, and I have nothing to report. But it's okay.
Kyle
Also,
waiting for the emo reply. You out there?
hey, we're still, we're still around. We're still
Uh-huh.
around. If you're chilling, you want. We also want to show you around LA, dude. We've been doing it. We know so much about
I mean,
LA now.
for some reason, I know more about LA this past month than I ever did my whole life.
Oh god. But yeah, let's get to the show, shall we?
Let's.
All right. So you know what time it is. It's time for some Hinata Zaka 46 news. Starting off, we got some updates on a photo book. You know, we
Oh,
discussed this I believe last week. Kamimura Hinano is getting her first photo book. Well, we got the title and the different covers available for that now. So the book's gonna be called Sono Mama de, right? Uh just like that, dude. Just like that.
just like that.
Uh, and then so we have the four different versions. We got the regular version, the Lopi HMV version, the Rakuten version, and the Kinokuniya version. Any thoughts, Mr. Box? Any thoughts?
Hmm. I don't know. Do you have a favorite one?
My favorite one is probably gonna be the Lopi one.
Really, I think mine's Rakuten.
It was between the Rakuten and the Lopi one for me.
I think it's just the foreground element of the hat,
Mm. Well, yeah,
creating
and
that
then you get
3D-ness in it.
and you get interesting cast shadows through the hat too. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
The little highlights, little what is
But
it
I
called?
don't like
Speckles.
the yeah. I just don't like the shadows around her mouth from the hat. You know what I
Oh,
mean? It
I can see
kind of
that.
casts a kind of unflattering shadow right here to me.
Mm, like kind of like just going around like this.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Um, I think the Lopi one is cute because it's a little bit wider, right? Just a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. Had a
Isn't it?
sneeze coming up. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like so many of these photo book covers lately have been like the medium close up, just like
The
the
same
bust.
picture.
Yeah. So this one's at least somewhat interesting. She's kind of got a pose.
That's fair.
I like the expression. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. Uh, kind of still a little bit whatever on these photo on this photo book, just based upon these covers.
Mm, really? I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm getting like Nana's first photo book vibes from the Rakuten one. It might be just because of the colors.
Hmm.
I feel like the post processing is similar to what she had in hers. Not her Shashinshu, her first photo book.
Photo.
So
What was her first photo book? Was that Fudangi?
I don't
No, that
remember.
was a Shashinshu.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look up photo book.
Yeah, but I think we can agree the regular cover might not be it.
Yeah, that one is just super basic, right? For lack of
Yeah,
a better word.
the
Kind of
expression
soft too.
is this supposed to be like grumpy? Like her puffing. No, I don't know what expression I'm supposed to be getting from this.
Sorry, chat. Chat just said stare like the emote, and that's all
Yeah,
I can think about
it's
now.
just her staring at the camera.
Yeah, dude, it's just this, dude.
Someone changed the stare emote to just this.
But it's I don't know. It's very yeah soft, I guess, but not in a good way. You know,
I think it's the
like
lens. Is it the lens? No, because the scarf is super sharp,
mhm.
and I think that's distracting me.
Like the okay, like yeah, the scarf itself, and then it's not like maybe I feel like
And then
if
her nose.
focus like the bokeh, like the depth of focus is so narrow that the eyelashes are in focus, but then her pupils aren't.
Mm, especially the left one,
Yeah,
because
right.
her
Like
nose is sharp.
mhm,
Yeah, it must be
interesting.
that. It must be like right at the edge.
Yeah, what kind of what fucking lens did they use, dude? Like a .02 or
It
something?
There's mostly like a long lens, and then they just like, "Alright,
Yeah,
FaceTime."
just super zoomed in and just like went far back. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
'Cause you can kinda get that sense in the last one too, in the
yeah. The keynote. Yeah, I was
yeah.
about to bring that one up. Like,
But, like, I think the face is a
yeah, I think they hit the focus a little bit
this
better
one's at a
here.
wider angle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the background's not as blown out. It's
Yeah,
blown
and
out, but it's not as
the
right.
face isn't as flat.
Hmm. But I don't know. This picture, like, compositionally is kind of boring too, right? It's just
Yeah.
like, all
I
right,
think the
get
colors
some
are kinda
Sakura in
neutral
front of
too,
you.
so
Oh, how do we make this interesting? Put one in your mouth. All right, you know.
mhm. It needs something to pop, I feel like for
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, I think maybe just a splash of color somewhere. Like,
Mhm.
maybe change the color of her shirt, dude. Have her wearing something else,
Something
dude. Because the
blue,
white
maybe?
shirt
Mhm.
with the kind of whitish grayish background, and then the whitish sakura leaf like petals. It's just kind of like
Like, if it
everything's
was
kind of
this
got.
yeah, if it was like this shot, but, like, with the blue background and the sky like, with the sky in the background, it might work a little better.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I could kinda get the sense that they're going for, like, the white and pink look with, like, maybe the pink of the sakura with the pink of her lips, with the white shirts, with the white I don't know, with the pink makeup on the eyes,
Mhm.
some blush on there. Yeah, I could kinda see it, but maybe a little whiter would've worked better.
Yeah. I feel like for me, something like this, I would like if it was a little bit more vibrant and a little bit more contrasty, right?
But you like
It's
you like vibrance and contrasty in general, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Mhm.
it's kind of got idol filter vibes going on for me,
Yeah.
you
It's got,
know.
like, not yet fake film look, but, like, getting there.
Mhm, mhm. But we'll see. Hopefully some of these previews are looking better as they come out. I
Yeah,
know
I
I
do
know
like
from
2 out
some
of
of
the
the.
4 ones, so
Yeah, 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 exactly. Like, it's not like they're opposed to that look, right? Because like the Lopi and the Rakuten has more contrast and more
yeah.
like saturation in it,
Mhm.
right?
True.
Especially the Rakuten one.
Yeah.
So who knows? I know there's a few people in the comment sections that were looking forward to this. So honestly, for their sake, I hope that this book is really good,
Yeah.
and for
I mean,
Hinano too. I
we
do
talked
like
about the
Hinano.
photographer before, how he has some pretty good work before, so
Hmm.
there's some stuff to look
Hmm.
forward to.
But moving right on along with our next bit of Hinata Saka 46 news. It's a sad time, Mr. Box. As we know, our girl Kageyama Yuka will be graduating from Hinata Saka 46.
Mhm.
So as always, it is time for them to soon be closing her profile page and her blog. So the profile page well, sorry, the blog itself will be profile page and the blog will be up through will be gone August 31st. But her member profile picture on like the members list on the page members page,
Mhm.
that's going to be gone the end of this month. So
Dang.
in like less than a week. But if you go to her specific member profile page, you'll still be able to see her profile picture there. Save it now while you can,
Save it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
It's curious how they're closing, like, the link to her profile, but yet still keeping the profile active.
mhm, yeah, interesting,
Hmm.
right? It's like, how are you gonna find this then? Just have it bookmarked,
Yeah,
ready to
right?
go? But, it's
And they're under no obligation to keep it.
yeah, I do like at least the very least they're like giving her blog like another month. I know there's probably gonna be people scrubbing that shit for fucking content before it's gone.
Uh-huh.
Getting
Mhm.
that last bit of memories of Kage
Yeah, it's
before
probably
she
just
finally
for the
says
big
goodbye.
fans who, like, want, like, the final blog posts, and they'll follow along. I don't think the
Mhm.
casual would probably
Yeah.
seek that out.
But Speaking of Kageyama Yuka's graduation, uh, she finally graduated last week, right?
Yeah.
Just pretty much right when we were doing the podcast, I believe,
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
when her grad ceremony was. Um, so yeah, I actually watched the grad ceremony during
Mhm.
my stream. Oh, watched,
Yeah.
it was
And it's fair that you called it a ceremony instead of a concert.
because it was a graduation ceremony. Definitely it was. Like I
Mhm.
mean, okay, for some context, part of the reason why she's graduating is because of an ear condition that she's had. I guess it's chronic, and maybe it's progressed to a point. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure of the details, but either way, it's inhibiting her from performing as an idol. So that's why it's time for her to graduate. She has decided. And so I think part of that is why that they couldn't really have a full graduation concert. But I think they did a decent job of keeping it fairly entertaining. And I'm gonna put kind of quotes around this because I can't really speak for sure because anyone who's watched me stream Mondays, when I stream concert knows I always skip MCs. When I'm in the mood to watch a concert, I want to watch performances, dude.
Mhm.
I want
Mhm.
to watch the live versions of things, So
Yeah.
that was kind of like the last half of the event was the actual concert. The first half was kind of more of like different variety segments, but they were cute. There was like the Kageyama Yuka quiz, where they would ask her like, what was your you being a jock, what was your favorite field activity to do and shit like that, right? And then she would also they'll cut to like VTR segments where
Mm.
she would like do penalty kicks for soccer, being the little soccer boo she is, dude. She tried to pitch a ball, things like that, right? It was a lot of physical stuff, even if it was like a lot of MC. So
Mm.
I think
Mhm.
they did a good job of keeping it fairly entertaining. Um, and yeah, the graduation ceremony part was nice. She had a very lovely red dress on for her graduation dress, and maybe because it was like almost 1 in the morning by the time I'd got to this part, but like the feelings were starting to hit me a little bit, dude, when she
Okay.
was saying bye to everybody.
Mhm.
Whew.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely recommend the watch. It's definitely worthwhile.
The whole thing
Even
or the 30 minutes?
the s- for me, skim the first part.
Okay.
I If you are an avid MC enjoyer, like when you watch concerts, you love the MCs and you definitely want to, then yeah, sure. But like there's literally one part they do a radio show. It's just them
Mm.
sitting at a desk talking, right? So
Okay, yeah, yeah.
like take that information for what you will, but the concert part was very nice.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
Mhm. Uh, let's keep moving. Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
pulling up my stuff. It's not the only concert that you can watch though. If you
Oh,
are a big concert enjoyer, obviously you can find the live stream of that circulating around the internet some way somehow. I'm not gonna.
but clearly Jimmy, pre-purchased it and was able to watch the recording?
Yeah, yeah. I pre-purchased it, and I even though I knew I wasn't gonna be able to watch it live, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a screen recording of the purchase that I had made, and then I'm gonna watch that later at my own convenience. You know, but maybe you're not like one of those people that would be so heartless as to pirate idol content, and you want to
Never.
watch it. Yeah, and you want to watch it legally like we do.
Uh-huh.
Well, good news. Hinatansai is getting a Blu-ray release.
Oh.
So this is they're moving kind of quick. This is the fourth, the
Mhm.
Yonkaime no Hinatansai, right? So the fourth one. So that's the one from this year, 2023. If I remember correctly, that was the beginning of April.
Dang.
They actually have the days listed on here. I don't know. I think it was April 1st and 2nd. If chat can correct me if I'm wrong. But so this Blu-ray will include both day 1 and day 2 of Hinatansai. So it's gonna be releasing September 13th. We're moving fast, man. You know, that's only
Yeah.
five months after the concert first aired.
No, he's
Um,
sleeping.
yeah, dude. It used to take forever, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you like, oh man, these Nogichu played a concert, like a bit of the concert on fucking Kojichu, dude. Can't
Mhm.
wait to see what can't wait to actually get the Blu-ray.
Uh-huh.
It's not gonna come out for another year and a half, dude.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I do appreciate that we're getting a much faster turnout of these Blu-rays. So keep stay on the lookout for more news regarding that. They pretty much just announced this and as well some kind of lottery events for that. But we're still waiting to see what the covers and things like that will look like. And when we have a trailer,
Mhm.
maybe we'll share that for you guys. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be it for Hina Tansai. Make sure you pick it up. But now we're gonna move on to some Sakura Zaka 46 news.
Last week they didn't have news, right?
Uh we just covered the Paris stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah. True, true.
Yeah. So it was kind of news, but it was more kind of like,
Ooh, somebody
this is what they've
commented,
been
by the
doing.
way, about the Paris thing, so we'll talk about it more
Ooh.
in the comment section.
Yeah. And so we got a lot of Sakura Zaka 46 news this week, dude. We're up
So
to the
much.
brim with it. They're like, hey, dude, I know we know we left you guys hanging last week. You guys just only had Paris to talk about. But this week, our first bit of Sakura Zaka 46 news. The Sakura Zaka 46 third gen members are going to be appearing at Idol Runway Collection. I think
Oh,
this is an event supported by Tokyo Girls Collection. It's going to be held at the Yoyogi Second Gymnasium on
not
Monday,
the first
August
one.
7th.
Don't get confused.
Yeah. So I think this is their first time doing this event. I think if you go
Mm.
to like their page's Instagram, for example, it just started like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
But I think this is kind of like a runway show, um, but mainly geared towards idols, right? So if you
Mhm,
look at
mhm.
the TGC special runway stage, we got Equal Loves members, AKB members, HKT and HKT48 members, and I'm sure maybe
A lot of different
more
idols, yeah.
as will get announced. The live fashion show, you have a lot of different idols,
Mhm.
members of Apare, I see
Idol
Fruit
Later,
Zipper
Candy
here, dude,
Queen, yeah.
Passcode, um, yeah, a lot of different idols, very idol centric, and of course, the special live performance from Sakura 6 is back. Sakura Zaka 46's third gen.
Look at
Um,
that.
yeah, so I believe outside of Omotenashi Kai, this is going to be third gen's first live performance um, as just third gen, right? Not
Oh,
with a senpai and at a
yeah.
concert or anything like that. So definitely looking forward to that, dude.
Waiting for
Third
the
gen.
3 songs, and then first gen comes on stage.
No, steal their thunder, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh
Pull a
wow, what a that was cute," and all of a sudden, Start Over starts playing.
uh-huh, yeah.
No,
Pull a
no.
Nogi and Tiff.
Yeah, dude. You just hear the foot stomping, dude, start slowly
Uh,
getting louder. Do, 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 do. Start over. They're like, no.
they're here.
Yeah. But yeah, look forward to that. I don't really watch a lot of runway shows. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? But I do always enjoy the pictures. So
Mm,
hopefully, we'll get some sweet model press pictures of this event
mhm.
after it happens. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this bit of news. And hey, you know what? That's it for our Sakura Zaka 46 news this
There's
week.
just so much.
So much to cover.
Uh-huh.
Um but yeah, dude. Let's keep it moving. We got some Nogizaka 46 news to talk about. First up, dude, we got a new campaign for the summer. Hey Josh, what are you drinking right now, bud?
I'm drinking a Suntory -196 lemon.
No way, Mr. Box. We only drink Asahi around here, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Yes. We have a new campaign from Asahi Breweries. This is going to be Endo Sakura in promoting, what is it, Asahi off. I believe this is like a 0 calorie, zero something. I don't remember. It is just pure hops is what I it seems like when I looked it up. So it's probably very crispy, light, and refreshing. I'm curious. I try.
Okay.
I try it.
Okay.
If we can get a nice you know uh sponsored stream from Asahi off.
Yeah.
You guys know how to reach us, dude. You guys know how to
Yeah.
reach us.
Our
Our
emails
Twitter
are
DMs
open.
are always available. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, but just be aware that some stores may not carry the pop advertising with
Mm.
Sakura Endo. So
But if they send it to us, we don't need to go to the store.
true, true, yeah. Give us all the promotional material, dude.
Uh-huh. We'll just take a
Um,
case, you know?
mhm. In case you're wondering, no, it is not alcohol free. It is definitely alcoholic still. It is still a beer. Um, okay, moving on. Moving on. We got some news regarding 33rd single from
Mm.
Sakura from Nogizaka46, dude. We got the title. So basically, as we know, they're in their tour right now, their midsummer tour. And
Yeah.
so during the Osaka performance, they debuted the new song. It's going to be Ohitori Sama Tengoku, dude.
There must be something
Single.
something beautiful, something like, like graceful, Aki with his great titles and his great lyrics. This probably is something like significant to the fans, right? Really reflects on them, right?
Yeah, single people's heaven, dude. I can't believe this, dude. Nogizaka46 would alienate the 2% of their fandom in relationships, dude. How
Too
could
generous.
they, dude?
Too
How could
generous.
they? Yeah, yeah. So give it up for all the Woda, true. But yeah, so we have the title of the new song. It's gonna be Ohitori Sama Tengoku. If you guys have, I'm not gonna play it on the stream, but just so you know, there are videos circulating around online of the
Mhm.
performance, or at least a snippet of the performance. So if you guys are curious as to what the song may sound like, you can check it out there.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll wait. We'll wait. Um, it's I just think it's a little fucked up. It's a
I mean,
little bit.
even in the song itself, like, if you guys listen to it, like,
It's a single life.
yeah, it just in the chorus, going to the chorus, it's a
Damn it,
single life.
Nagi. I know. I know. Okay, you don't
See
have
us
to
struggling
remind
over
me.
here.
I'm living the struggle, dude. I'm living the struggle.
Does you think we know
Um.
already?
Mhm. But yeah, so if you guys are, if you guys want to know what it sounds like, but you don't want to listen to the poo poo live audio version,
Someone yelling
uh
into the phone.
yeah, it's a single life, you can check out on August 1st, so just a few more days before the next podcast. Um it'll be pre-streamed on all the different music distribution websites. So probably, your Apple Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, things like that. So you can listen to the actual audio version there, and
Mm,
then the actual release will be August 23rd. And what is it? We also, hot off the presses, have the covers, as my chat has been reminding me nonstop. But it's already in the doc, guys. It's fine. We have the covers for Ohitori Sama Tengoku.
mm.
Um, this is literally me.
Live
My
reaction.
first time seeing this right now.
Uh-huh. So they're going for a pool theme,
It's a
but
little fucky, dude. It's a little fucky. Is it just me, dude?
because on
This
some
is
of them, they make it look more like a pool, whereas others, it's just like, all right, here's a Photoshop layer of water.
it's bad, dude.
I feel like they should have just gone all the way and actually gone to a pool.
Yeah, dude. This is
I don't know what to. It's like they also got the same designer who designed what's the two guys Bluray concert covers.
No, 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 no. They're both bad, but in very different ways.
Okay, okay. I think the only one that I like would be maybe the regular jacket, but even then, it looks
Sorry,
like.
I'm looking at this artist picture and it's so fucked up, dude. Oh, they're really
Wait,
doing it to
are they
him.
just shopped in there?
Oh, maybe.
Because the contrast is different on them versus the background.
Dude, I think they are just composited into this background, dude. Okay, it is not as bad as he actually covers. 100%, it is not as bad.
100%.
Um, this though, why? Why does it look like this? It doesn't look like she's actually like the water.
Because the hand is like perfectly sharp.
Yeah, the hand is perfectly sharp, but
But the
then they
dress
gave the
has the
waviness
wave.
to the dress. Yeah,
Yeah, and the ladder.
the how the water is hitting the wall is also really fucking weird. Like it doesn't wrap behind her. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Why is the hand perfectly regular? They should have just gone to a pool and shot this. And then with Kaki's too, like the dress is like wavy, but the no, did they use? Don't tell me they used the.
Liquefy tool, dude.
They used liquefy
They used-
and literally moved around Kaki's dress.
yeah.
That's
You know,
literally what happened.
I'm gonna say I'm okay with the type B with the cocky color. Even though the dress is fucky, I don't know. I feel
Well,
like
it's just
this
less
is
water, right? So it's like less to
it's
mess
less
with.
water and it's campy. And I feel like the composition is okay enough, right? Whereas like okay, we go to the Nagi one. Clearly what happened here was they wanted to have her hand obscured under the water. And then but then when they did that, some executive or some producer was like, "No, you're
Oh yeah.
covering up way too much of Nagi. Bring that water down a little bit." But he's like, "If I bring the water down a little bit, it's gonna completely like go over her hand." And like, okay,
Uh-huh.
just make it a fucking wave, dude. And so this just looks sloppy. It doesn't look planned out,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
right? This one's fun. It's
Maybe
kind
they
of fun.
flipped
It's
it.
yeah, it's just a little campy, dude. You know what I mean? Um,
I don't know. Kaki's drowning in like 1 foot of water, so
yeah, dude. That's why it's funny. Because they didn't plan it, dude. They're like, "Oh, dude, if we put the water up here where she's actually drowning, the
yeah.
water line's gonna cover her feet. We can't have that." Um,
Sasuga Jimmy.
um,
Type C. I feel like if the dresses themselves are too saturated compared to the background,
I like the
where like
saturation in the dresses compared to the background.
I think the orange is like bleeding in a little bit.
I mm,
Like reds are really hard to like get the saturation right because sometimes they'll get overblown easily. And I
yeah.
think that happened a little bit with this dress. You can especially see it like in the regular jacket, how like you don't see any texture on the red dress, on the orange dress as much as like the purple one.
Mhm. I'm trying to think what it is about this one that I this one's okay. It's okay. The water part is pretty inoffensive. I think just maybe I don't know, like the color balance on the members themselves. They look a little too warm for the background for me.
Mm.
But I'm okay with this. I'm
They're
okay with this
composite
though.
on here, right? Like for all of these, or
Yeah, I think so.
maybe just like the very foreground elements are.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know,
I
but
think
they have
they're
like
they're probably in a set that's built like this, but I don't think like I think the tiles and stuff are probably
mm,
composited,
because like
right?
you see some of the light reflections on the tile
Mhm.
and some of them.
Mhm. Type D, I'm also okay with Type D. I think it's just campy. But like yeah, once again, I think it's the same issue where the members themselves, I think the lighting on them looks a little too warm compared to everything else.
Are their arms supposed
I
to be on their legs or on the wave?
I think it's supposed to be on their legs.
So is this composited on as well?
Yeah, probably, right? The way like it
'Cause it's
doesn't
almost like awkward, like how they're holding
yeah,
their arms.
it doesn't feel like their arms are actually sitting into their legs, right?
Uh,
Like that's the part that's kind of weird to me because I'm like, you guys couldn't just actually in person shoot them like this, you know?
mm,
I'm okay with the compositing on the water being funny because at least on all of them except for type A, it just looks silly, right? It looks fun and silly. It's supposed and I feel like it's supposed to. It's not supposed to look real, right? It's supposed to just look campy. But on type A, it's just really weird because it just seems like an afterthought, right? That this weird
mm.
little wave shape was just made because Nagi didn't really fit into the pool the way that they wanted to after the fact. Um the regular version,
It's a little stiff,
yeah.
but I kinda
I
like the
think
pool
that's
noodles in there.
I just yeah, no, that's silly. That's
The
silly.
middle one might be a little distracting, but, like, the rest of them around are pretty cool.
Hmm. I don't know. I to me, I don't I wish that they would have made the way the water is covering them a little bit more
Believable.
yeah. Like okay, not believe like I hesitate to use believable because it's like I know this isn't supposed to look realistic. But
Mhm.
I think like for example, like Saya is good, right? Where you have like parts of her dress kind of in the water and then parts
Mm.
of it kind of being obscured by like being obscured by the water,
Uh-huh.
right? But then meanwhile, who's this? Is that Reno? I think that's Reno.
On the right
Like this,
orange?
there's just this puddle around her arm, right?
She's bending her
And
arm, Jimmy, come on.
you know, how deep does that floor go down right there? Then you know what I
Uh-huh,
mean? Like
uh-huh.
it's just it's fine. I just wish that like I don't know. There needs to be like some balance. Like there,
Yeah.
it's obviously cartoony. It's supposed to be, and so, but like I feel like they broke some of the right rules to make it cartoony, and they broke a
Uh,
lot of the wrong ones.
yeah.
You know?
It's like it's like the old saying, like, in art, it's like you have to know the rules in art to know how to break them.
Mhm. Yeah,
But in
yeah,
this case, I feel like they forgot some of the rules.
yeah. Or just you know, like sometimes you gotta know which rules to break and which rules not
Yeah,
to break. You
exactly.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, like I feel like for the artist image, the water does nothing here. Just take it out,
Mm. I mean, the
right?
fact that they look pretty composited in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
either they're composited in or they use Photoshop's, like, select subject and then, like, highlighted them and, like, changed the contrast on them and kept the background the same, or they just chopped them in. One of those 2, because they look
Yeah.
way too separated from the background.
Yeah. In interesting choice. Interesting choice. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, I'm personally not the biggest fan of this. I like the idea though. I like the idea quite a bit. I
It should've
think
just
the
gone
idea
simple.
no, I like the fake I like the composite. I like it being cartoony. I think that's interesting. I
What is
think
that
that's
Nogizaka
fun.
cover where they're, like, in the underwater and, like, they're taking the pictures?
Oh, was that Girls Rule?
Was it?
Yeah. Right? Are you talking?
Yeah. See, so
Yeah.
that's, like, fully underwater and everything, and I feel like they've done water shots before, and they could do it for
Okay.
this one.
But my thing is that's like you're trying to make it look good. You
So
know
you're
what
saying
I
they're
like
not trying to make this
hold
one
on,
look
hold
good?
on, hold on, like let me rephrase. Like these covers are they're trying to make it like artistic, I guess in a way, right? These are supposed to be artistic water shots. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I don't think that's the point here. I think the point of this is to look fake. I think the point here is to look cartoony. I just think
mm,
that like I don't know. I like okay, like the type B one I think is good. I think it's fine. I think the way the water line is believable, you know. The compositing is a little bit silly. Kaki's expression is very melodramatic, and that's
It's
part of the
very
fun.
different from the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's part of the fun, right? If
Uh,
anything, I just wish that maybe
they should have just
Mizuki
kept
was
that thing going
also.
then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the idea is there. I don't want them to make it look realistic. I don't want them to like actually do a good composite job, and like I want it to look like
Yeah, they should
a
have leaned
comic book
into it more.
picture.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's the thing. They should have leaned into it
Yeah.
more, and they
Like, it's almost
should
like taking
have
itself too seriously.
and they should have planned ahead a little bit better. Um, I it, chat wants us to say one good thing about it. I think the members themselves individually look very good.
But we can say that well, we can't say that about every single one, so
Exactly. Exactly, dude.
yeah,
I think
lighting is good.
yeah,
Lighting
like
is
the
very
lighting on
soft.
the members is good. The hair makeup looks very nice.
Uh-huh.
Um, everyone has a very nice expression. I feel
Why is Kubo's foot behind the ladder?
because she's using that to support her weight, dude.
To run away? Or, what are they doing?
No, she's just hanging. She's hooking.
Oh, just hanging out?
Yeah, she's hanging, and then Endo's just worried, dude. Endo's like, "Oh no, be careful! You're gonna fall if you do that."
You're gonna
And
fall
she's
and
like, "No, it's
drown in
okay. I
the
have my
water,
foot hooked here."
just like
Yeah,
Kaki did.
yeah. I feel like this idea has potential. I think the execution was a little funky.
Mm.
Like if I had to choose one, I think I would pick Type B. I think Type B does the idea the best.
Yeah, if they followed
Right.
through with the rest of them being like that, I think I would enjoy more.
hmm Like I think what would have made this really good is if Mizuki's expression was responding to Kaki's. You know, like she's like worried. She's and then like maybe she'll reach down, like oh, you know
I'm
what I
kinda
mean?
fine with this dynamic. It's like Kaki over-exaggerating, and then Mizuki's like,
Because
just look at the camera.
because part of this to me feels like they weren't there together when they shot this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they
You know
probably
what I
weren't.
mean? Yeah, exactly. But then I don't want that to be visible in the picture in the final work,
Uh-huh,
right?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
The lighting's a little weird on Kaki now that I'm looking at it again.
Uh,
Like, why there's so many hot spots on her?
yeah, that wouldn't be there, right? Like on her
Uh-huh.
shoulder.
Yeah, because we see the shadow in the back, like,
Mm.
cutting across.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Um, not
The
not their best one, but not their worst one.
True?
With the way the song sounded, I was hoping that we'd get something kind of like in the same vein as what the covers were for Ski to Iu no wa Roku da ze. If you remember those two, there's the one where
Mhm.
they're like laying out on the beach.
Yeah.
Um, I think that one was a very good one in terms of having kind of a cute look, fun summer, vibrant feel. Definitely like and not overly serious, but still looking
Mm.
very aesthetically pleasing, right?
Oh, I can say something
Um,
positive. The text on the left is consistent throughout.
yeah, yeah, the lettering is nice, right?
That's the end of my compliments.
Oh, okay. I went back to this because I thought you had more nice things to say. Um,
I did say a nice thing. That's what chat
I
wanted,
just
right?
I just thought you had more,
Oh,
you know.
I don't have any more.
Um, all right. Well, that's it for the 33rd single news. So you know what it is. It's gonna be it for the news this week. So we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back with the highlight comments of the week and the TV show highlight. And we're back. Hey, you know what time it is? Time for the highlighted comments of the week. We'll go back and read the comments from last week's episode. Thank you guys so much for leaving your comments, which I know that they're always very much appreciated.
Thank you.
First comment is coming from Oni Eyes. He says, Hinano PB, definitely a surprise. Never thought it would
Yep.
happen. She's happy that she's doing it the way she wants it. So that's what matters most. And I cannot agree more with that sentiment. Even as someone
Mm.
who has been pretty outspokenly negative about this photo book. I mean, I'm probably not gonna buy it, maybe
Mhm.
depending on the previews if they like really, you know,
You have to wow
yeah. But
with
from the
photos.
covers, I think it's just not for me. But I'm as just like what Oniaz is saying, she seems to be very happy with it, and
Yeah,
if that's the way she wants it, then that's what matters, right?
exactly. And I mean, she's popular
Uh,
enough where, like, I can see it, like, why it happened.
mhm, mhm.
So, at least that part inspires me, but right now I guess it makes sense with her being, like, center and everything.
Yeah, yeah. They're really going for the Hinano push right now, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Mhm. Next comment is from Desert Raven Gamer, a very frequent commenter on the podcast. Thank you so much. I was a little
Mhm.
surprised when they announced a Hinano photo book, but I admit she's very popular and is very pretty herself. She's getting is and is very happy herself she's getting one. But we know what kind
Mm,
of pics you get in these, and she is one that I find has a more innocent charm. But who knows? Maybe they will surprise us. Gosh, I can't read right now. I mean, I did pick up Wakatsuki Yumi's first photo essay, and I except for a handful of those shots at the end, which were tame compared to other books, hers was pretty above board. So I'm hopeful. I haven't decided if I'll get Hinano's yet. I do like her and I want to support her, but I will wait to see more first.
that's
Um,
fair.
yeah, that's fair. I do say like I'm not a like I said this before, but so I'll be brief about it this time. But I'm not against gravure. It's just or like lewd shots or whatever. It just depends on how it's done. As long as it's artful and as long as the member
Yeah.
is older, right?
It the image has to be there, right? Like, the match to, like, the content that's there and, like, the type of image they usually give off. Because if it's, like,
Hmm.
out of nowhere, it's kinda like it's a little forced, and we don't want it to feel forced in that way through the photos.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's always gonna show in their expression, right? If they're like not feeling it, it just looks miserable,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
all right, last two comments I'm gonna read. These both come from me and Josh's alt accounts, respectively. This one is from Josh, aka Asahina G5861. He says, "I like
Classic.
Josh's cap a lot.
Mm.
I
This is my
think
other
you
alt,
know
by
maybe
the
some
way,
of like
next.
some of the stuff." Yeah, hold on, let me go back. Let me go back. Ooh, gotta say you were looking very fresh last week, Mister Box. I was getting a little flustered trying to do a podcast with you the entire time. That's probably why I was so sussy in the Discord, dude. I was all
Oh,
pent
yeah,
up
just still thinking
after
about
having
it.
to see you. Yeah, it's just like, ooh, ooh, got be the vapors, dude. Uh, last
But here's my
comment
other alt
is
account.
it's coming. Oh, it's gonna be from my alt account. It's from Skivut, Skivute. I don't. I'm sorry, misspelled. What the fuck? I thought Jimmy was mid 20s, not 34. Bro is youthful. Thank you, YouTube.
Gassing him up too much.
Yeah. I needed that. I needed that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the comments. It's always much appreciated. Make sure you drop a comment in this week's episode as well. Let us know what you thought. Did you agree with us about the new covers for 33rd
Oh,
single? You guys feeling the song? Are you guys throwing ass to Ohitori-sama Tengoku, dude? Let us know. But anyways, it's time for the TV show highlights. It's part of the
oh.
episode where we go back and we kind of discuss anything we may have watched this past week, as well as the regular shows. It's going to be Hinata Zakayama Show, Soko Magatara Sakarazaka, and Nogizaka Koji Chu.
Mhm.
Uh,
I just
did you watch
watched the
anything
regular
else?
shows.
Okay, I watched. As always, I've been watching the specials on the Hinata Zaka channel and Sakura Zaka channel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Usually, I
yeah.
watch the Haishin Chu channel as well, but I don't think I did this week. Um, this week's was fun, dude. They uh what is it on the Hinata Zaka channel? Is Suzy going to buy a car again? Of course, she didn't actually buy it, dude. She's just
Oh, she's never gonna buy one.
wasting everybody's time, dude. Us, the viewers, the dealership's time. No, I'm saying it was a fun watch. You know, it's cool. This week she goes into sports cars specifically. As someone who grew up watching like Initial D and Fast and the Furious, it was
Mm,
very nostalgic, right? Seeing some classic cars.
mhm.
Susie is also a fan and is very aware. She got
Oh, yeah.
hyped to see the Hachiroku, dude. Took me back to my friend's Hachiroku, dude. Back when I was in high school, dude. And he wrecked that shit trying to drift in our school parking lot, dude.
Oh,
Um,
no.
so really took me back. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
of course, saw some other classics cars as well. She had the was it got hyped for the Honda Civic Type
Oh,
R,
yeah.
dude. I was like, ooh, Susie kind of cool, dude. Susie kind of
Uh-huh,
cool.
uh-huh.
Um, Unfortunately, didn't buy anything. And then we had an interesting episode from the Sakura Zaka channel. It was Catch and Cook with Onuma Akiho, dude. Just went
Mm,
to a fishing supply store, bought some gear, then went out to go
mhm.
fishing, caught a fish and took it back home and fried that sucker up, dude. Looked very
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
finished it out with a Numa song. Very enjoyable watch, dude.
Oh, yeah, right? It was, like, super
Mhm.
interesting how, like it was a whole package of a video, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, if I had to rate it, dude, song PV 10, song 10.
Oh, easy. Uh-huh,
Yeah, yeah,
easy.
easily, easily.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I think it's even better than Hinata's A side, bro.
I mean,
I'm gonna put that out there.
kinda true, though.
uh, but okay, that's pretty much all I watch. Of course, I mentioned I watched the Kageyama grad ceremony
Mm,
as well, but that was earlier. Let's get into the regular shows. Uh, First was Hinatazaka de Aima show. Um,
the
Oh,
hit
sorry. Go back.
campaign.
Sorry, I did watch an older episode of Hinatazaka ni Narima Show. It was like a fashion check episode. This one had English subs, so check that out if you're interested in that. Um, Sorry, I just remembered.
Look out for
Uh,
the badge.
oh no, not the pin, dude. Women for McCain and Palin, dude. Uh, what was the Hinatazaka Daima Show episode
It was
this
the
week?
hit campaign of them walking.
Oh, it was a hit campaign. Yes, very very cute episode. It was a 46-kilometer walk, dude. That's what
Yeah,
28
yeah.
miles, something like that, dude. But it was kind of a relay ish, right?
Mhm,
They walked like a pretty substantial distance, and then like someone would tag in for somebody else. At one
mhm.
point, Hinano was like, "Oh, I got a break." Somebody else tagged in.
Yeah.
Um, and then at the very end, a bunch of other members showed up as well, and were like, "We're finishing this out together." Very
Mhm.
sweet. And then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
how long have you been here?" Like, we've actually been here this entire episode.
You're right. Just in the background, like, random shots. I remember Jimmy
Mhm.
was watching it, he's like, "Wait, Kyoko was there the whole time, I remember her."
Yeah, yeah. So there's like she comes out, so yeah, I was and I was like, because I remember earlier there's a shot of them walking, and then there's like an AD
Mhm,
holding up the script or whatever, right? Like the memo for them, and then another AD had to like grip her by her shirt from behind,
mhm,
just to make sure she doesn't fall or anything like that, right? But like
mhm.
I just remember like noting to myself, I'm like, damn, he really grabbing onto her, dude. He really doesn't. He really wants to make sure she doesn't fall, dude.
Uh-huh.
And I did think it was a little bit like not sus, but like a little bit noteworthy, I guess, because I think if it was just any other AD, they probably wouldn't care that much.
Yeah, they wouldn't
But
have
I was
shown
like,
it, yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh, they really didn't want her to get hurt. You know what I
Mhm,
mean?
mhm.
But
They
then,
didn't care about their staff.
yeah, yeah. But then at the end, I was like, ah, it
Mhm.
was Kyonko the entire time, dude.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. There was like another shot there, like there was like a Ferris wheel in the background. They zoomed
Oh,
in.
yeah.
I looked like, oh,
Mhm.
there they are, dude.
They're just there, just riding it.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a cute episode, obviously for the teamwork and the camaraderie and stuff. But
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think the sneak surprise that like, we were here the whole time was probably like
Yeah,
the
that's what
most
helped, like,
memorable
put
part.
the ribbon on the present box.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Any other kind of highlights for the episode for you this week?
No, they talk about a lot of things through the episode. I was able to catch some of it, but I think if you want, like, a full clarity of it, then you can wait for the English subs just to get a full sense of it.
Yeah, yeah, because it is a lot of talking, right?
Mhm.
What is it? Just because it's them talking as they're walking, right? There's no
Yeah, yeah.
real visual interest in the sense of like something crazy happening besides the moments we mentioned earlier. It's just kind of like, oh, they're walking and they're talking about stuff, their time with Hinata Zaka, pressures and things like that, right?
Mhm, mhm. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Up next we have Soko Mogatara Sakura Zaka.
Mhm.
Um, what was this week's episode about?
This week's
Oh,
was
it was
about
the numbers, right? Like it was like
the order, and
quiz
they
about the
say
senpai
why.
members.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they'll be placed in a certain order, and then the third gen have to guess what that order is, right? And so, for example, the first one was like, oh, they're in order from most amount of subscribed channels on YouTube to the least amount, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Um, Stuff like that. Like it was very interesting. So I think they spent a lot of time on that one, and then the second one I think
Yeah.
was what is it? How like amount of
How
time spent in
long?
the bath,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Some nasty girls out there, dude.
I would've been, in the YouTube subscribers one, I would've been, like, number 1 or 2.
Really? How many are you subscribed to?
366, I probably would've number 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you were. I think
Mhm.
second place was like 150 something,
Yeah. Mhm.
and then
I remember
so
someone in chat
first
was, like,
place
at
was
almost 1,000. I was like, "What?"
yeah. Ozono Array had 580 in first
Uh,
place. I think something like that.
she's like, "I just
Uh,
like him and I subscribe.
yeah, they're like, dude. Every time they say like and subscribe at the end of the video, I'm like, okay,
I'll
yeah.
do it."
Um, Ozono Ray, if you're watching, please like and subscribe.
Ooh, there we go. Thank you.
um, yeah, and then after that, yeah, it was the how long they spend in they take a
Hit the
bath, and
good
it was like,
button.
yeah, it was fucking the least was 10 chan, dude. She was like 10 minutes, dude.
Is that
I'm like,
bathing and showering, or is that just bathing? Or is that, like, just cleaning up?
I think they use the word ofuro, so I think that's bathing.
Oh, it's just, like, rest 10 minutes. Alright, I'm done.
I mean, maybe obviously they use the word of like furo ni hairo, but like maybe they maybe she just takes a quick shower, dude. Just pops in,
Yeah, yeah.
gets out. Maybe she's not
Because
a bat.
'cause she was
Maybe
talking
she's not
about it
a
like that, right?
yeah. Maybe she's not a bath person. Maybe she's just like
Yeah.
I just take a
Mhm,
quick shower, dude.
mhm,
She's young. She's young. She's not old like me. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, gotta hop in the shower for like 45 minutes, dude.
mhm.
Yeah, there was a few members taking like 180 minutes. I'm like, ain't no way, dude. You're taking three
Oh, that's the
hours in the
water bill.
bath, dude. My goodness, dude. My
Uh-huh.
goodness.
That's
I
where
I
all your
just
day goes.
I can't yeah, I can't imagine spending that much of my day just in a bath, dude.
Right?
Mhm.
It's too
Um,
long.
must be nice. You know what I mean?
True, true.
But I got shit to do, brother.
I know, right?
um,
I mean, if they're gonna be,
but
like, just chilling, like, on their bed and just, like, looking at their phone, I mean, I guess they just do it on their bath.
true, yeah, that's actually in that case a much better use of your time than what I
Mhm.
do. Just being on my iPad reading Return of Mount Tuasect when I should be going to sleep, dude.
Rereading
Rereading Ice
iShield
Shield
21.
21. Yeah. um what yeah, yeah, some of the members taking baths together. When are we gonna take our bath together, Josh?
Jimmy,
I
he's been
know it
offered
was
to you
my
more
fault.
than once.
It was my fault last time. That's why I'm asking again, dude.
We can go, we just have to set it up, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
You have
gotta
to show
DM
off.
some people. We gotta DM some people. I gotta show up this time.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's so oh then they end with a studio performance of Start Over. Very cool. Very
Yeah,
swag.
yeah.
Um
Nice.
last but not least is Nogizaka Kojichu.
Mhm.
Um this was the drawing kind of relay episode, right? And
Yep.
so, they had different teams led by the different various artists in the group, right? We had Kaki team, we had the Nagi team, and then we had the Teresa team.
Mhm.
And then what is it? They first segment was trying to draw the music video, or not music, but draw the song, right? So
Yeah.
they might draw like illustrate a part of the lyrics or something. I think one of
Mhm.
the rules was that you can't draw like an obvious part of the choreography,
Mm.
right? So for example, if it's Kimi ni shikarareta, I don't think you'd be able to draw this,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
right? Um so yeah, that was interesting. And then after that was like kind of like the what is it? There'd be a theme like, oh, foods that start with A, right? But then if there's any repeat
Mhm.
drawings, then they don't get a point,
Yeah.
right?
There's a couple of
Uh,
repeats in there from, like, both sides or all sides, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think everybody had like a repeat
And
at
then
some
Ray
point.
messing up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she, she's American, dude. It's not her fault,
Uh-huh.
dude. It was
Uh-huh.
I think it was supposed to be words that start with
Sue.
Su, right?
Mhm.
SU, but she said she did what is it? Sumire Jiro,
Uh-huh.
right?
which is a tsu
judo, and then
instead of su.
yeah, so it's Sue, like TSU instead of
Mhm.
SU, Sue. And I'm like, dude,
Uh-huh.
Americans struggle with that. That's not her fault, dude.
She's like, "Wait, what? Am I wrong?"
Yeah.
And we just laugh at her.
It's funny because like they guessed that it was something else at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
She's like, nah, dude, it's
Uh-huh.
this.
Uh-huh.
And like, you should have just went with what we said,
Yeah, right, yeah.
dude.
She's like, "Wait, hold on, am I wrong?"
Yeah. Yeah, that was cute.
Mhm.
There's a few cute moments throughout. I just can't really remember it, but
Yeah,
it was
like
a
a
fun
ball
episode. It
chan,
was,
the artiste.
oh, of course, yeah, yeah. You can never go wrong with a dank, sweet Sakiguchi Tamami art, dude.
Mhm.
Um, and of course,
Always in the presence of a master, you know?
mhm. Oh, Ioki fucking up. Right? It was supposed to be foods, and she did it's supposed to be foods that starts with A,
Mhm.
and then she did Aljiro, right? Which is like green juice.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, yo, that's a drink, dude. She's like,
That's a
fuck.
nomimono, not a tabemono.
Oh, got him. But yeah. Cute episode, very, very easy to follow along with. So even if your Japanese is not up to snuff like mine and you're struggling to understand, this is very understandable.
We just look at the
So
pictures.
yeah, you're just looking at pictures, dude. You look at
Uh-huh.
pictures and you have a chuckle.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, that does look like sukiyaki. How is that supposed to be sukiyaki?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, good stuff. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Box?
That's it.
All right, so you know what that means? That means that's it for this week's episode. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, Ozone, or hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you always know when a new video comes out. Drop a comment down below. Maybe we'll read it during next week's episode. But that's going to be it from us this week. We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Right.